Hey, Peter Rubin from Wired here at the Wired Cafe at San Diego Comic-Con. We are here with Skeet Ulrich and Madchen of the incredibly popular hit Riverdale. But I should point out this is the grown and sexy generation of the Riverdale crew.
Yes.
We have... And now I will say I was going to do this interview, and then we have a super fan in our midst. And so Angela's like, I have some real questions about FP and Alice that I need to ask.
I was going to ask some stuff that's been in my dream journal. I don't know. I'll be basic. So season 2 ended on a lot of cliffhangers. What can we expect in season 3?
That we start to unravel those cliffhangers, and we have a new threat looming. If in Riverdale's
as there always is.
The body count keeps adding up. There's a new incarnation of Alice.
Okay. So not just guarding the porch anymore.
Oh no. She goes all in every time. Yep.
And Skeet, what can we expect from FP? You're no longer leader of the Serpents, so will you be able to stay away?
Well, he's... What's that?
He's got a lot of free time.
No. Someone... well, I mean, he is not out of the Serpents, never will be.
Right.
And he really just has a different role in the Serpents and in guiding Jughead along, kind of a conciliary type role. But there's a lot. There's a different texture to it, in my opinion, to the first couple of scripts anyway. That you start to see a little different side of each character, and the mystery she's talking about really kind of brings the whole core of the cast together. And we just shot a scene with just the parents, all the parents.
Oh, really? I mean, what does the PTA of Riverdale look like?
Drunk.
Yeah. Is it held at the White Worm?
It should be.
Before we go any further, I do want to tell people that if you've got questions, throw them in the comments. We will direct your questions to the people that we are talking to. Now, you kind of alluded to this a little bit, and that is the parents of Riverdale. And the parents in Riverdale, I think we're all of a similar cohort, being that we grew up with an Archie comics that was very different from the Archie comics that led to Riverdale. So when this opportunity came along for both of you, were you aware of the evolution that the kind of Archie world had made, or was your first thought like, I don't know about a soapy Archie, that doesn't seem like it makes any sense?
I didn't realize that there was that dark edge to Archie until we got into this world, and then I started to see a lot more of it. I was like, oh, okay, this is like a regular incarnation of the journey of Archie.
Well, she's been there all along. I came in a few episodes later and had the luxury of seeing the pilot, and I was just so consumed by it and loved it and loved the feeling of it and the vibe of it. But in terms of Archie, I read a little bit of it growing up, but it wasn't sort of lodged in my memory. So this is kind of how I know Archie.
Right, and the parents were always kind of like Charlie Brown's teacher. Like they were just kind of somewhere off the side of the panel. Like, and granted, as a kid, I used to wonder what Jughead's home life was like, or like,
now you know.
Was he hatched? Like, does this guy have parents? And the opportunity to come in and kind of create something that lives on in this kind of ever-evolving lore. What are you, like, you come to something like Comic-Con, and fans are so invested in this show. I never would have thought Archie would have had this going when I was 8 years old. I mean, what's it like for you two to be attached to something like this?
It's incredible. I mean, we've both been, lifers in this business and have seen the evolution of fandom from bags of, handwritten letters to what social media presents now, which is an instant sort of, a monitor of what you're up to. And it's been incredible. We got to go to Paris over the break, and the fans there are just as crazy as they are here at Comic-Con. So for it to be a part of an international success it's beyond me, to be honest.
Well, and then I also was a part of the very early stages of Comic-Con with the original Twin Peaks, when it was just like a few gathered in a tent in Pasadena.
Yeah.
So to see what it's become is like phenomenal. Yeah.
As Skeet alluded to, not only are you both kind of lifers in this business, but you have also kind of continuously had roles and projects that land here, of all places, that land at Comic-Con. I mean, whether it's Jericho or The Craft or what have you, and Scream is kind of a Comic-Con classic franchise. Is there a sense of the way that the con environment has evolved along, as you said, with social media? Does it feel very different, kind of seeing fans' reactions now versus then?
It's expanded so much, so it's not just like superheroes or comic books. It's like it's gone into horror, and it's gone into even more like soap opera stories. I mean, it's cool that it's like so layered now. You can find so many different things here.
If you guys were going to get a spin-off, not you two specifically, but the parents, I kind of feel like we need our own. Go a little bit darker, a little bit edgier, get a little like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What genre or show style? Would you go even more Dynasty, Falcon Cresty if the parents had their own thing, or would it be more like Desperate Housewives?
I'd like to go more like True Detective.
Yeah.
Something that kind of dark.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that'd be.
Because we're the badass originals from all these cute kids, Archie, Betty, Jughead, cute.
Yeah.
But we're the original.
Right.
We're the original. We've been through this, and now we see our kids following in the same footsteps, and we're trying to guide them. But it's fun to have those layers that we can now go back on as the parents. Gives them some storylines to dig into.
And that's happening.
Yeah.
Well, there was talk at the end of last season about Veronica wants to open a speakeasy, I believe, in the bottom of Pops that FP might run. Maybe that's just where you run all your secret operations,
Who knows? I mean, Roberto's mind is so brilliant and interesting, and the way he concocts things and guides our incredibly talented writing staff. I know you do too, but I salivate when I get my script at what is next.
Yeah.
And we don't know too far in advance, but they will drop little nuggets to keep us sort of gearing scenes towards, in an arc. And what they tell us is pretty extraordinary.
Yeah. Do you ever guess wrong, or do you think I know where this is going, and then you get script number 4 and you're like, oh no, I was so wrong about all of that?
I didn't know Hal was going to be the Black Hood.
Right, yeah.
That threw me for a loop. No, so that was a surprise for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we know you guys are at the beginning of a very long day. The big panel is tomorrow, and so there's other stuff for you to be doing. I'm sure we want to thank you both for taking the time. Now we have a backdrop here. We've got some markers we'll bring out to you guys. We would love it if you could commemorate your presence here at the Wired Cafe, and while you're doing that, we will say goodbye to everyone else on your behalf. So for Skeet Ulrich and Madchen Amick from Riverdale playing F.P. Jones, and Alice Cooper, the father and mother of Jughead and Betty, respectively, for Angela Watercutter and Peter Rubens, signing out from Wired Cafe. We will be back soon with some more interesting people to converse with.
Be good to each other.